Valentine's Day is a holiday that is celebrated on February 14th and is dedicated to the expression of love and affection between intimate companions. The origins of the holiday are steeped in history, and there are several theories about how it came to be celebrated as a day of love. One theory about the origin of Valentine's Day is that it dates back to ancient Rome, where a festival called Lupercalia was celebrated in mid-February. And during this festival, men would draw the names of women from a box and pair up with them for the duration of the festival. The festival was seen as a way to encourage the pairing of young people, and it was believed that the matches made during Lupercalia would often lead to marriage. Another theory about the origin of Valentine's Day is that it was created to honor Saint Valentine, a Christian martyr who was executed in the 3rd century. According to the legend, Saint Valentine was imprisoned for performing marriages in secret during a time when the Roman Emperor Claudius II had banned marriages in order to have more men available for military service. Saint Valentine was eventually executed, but he remained a symbol of love and devotion, and people began to honor him on February 14th. Regardless of its exact origins, Valentine's Day has been celebrated for centuries as a day of love and affection. Over time, the holiday has evolved and taken on many different forms, but its core message remains the same: to celebrate love and affection between those who are close. Today, Valentine's Day is celebrated in many different ways. People exchange cards, gifts, and flowers, and they may also take their loved ones out to dinner or plan romantic getaways. Some couples choose to exchange vows or get engaged on Valentine's Day, and others simply use the day as an opportunity to spend time together and express their love and affection. The origin of Valentine's Day is shrouded in mystery, but it is widely believed to have been influenced by ancient Rome celebrations and the story of Saint Valentine. Regardless of its origins, Valentine's Day has become a widely celebrated holiday that is dedicated to the expression of love and affection between intimate companions. It remains an important day for people to celebrate the special relationships in their lives and to show people they care about how much they mean to them. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, lend me your ear. Welcome to the No News, Just Facts podcast, episode 78. Episode 78. Episode 78, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Shout out to everybody who has somebody. And also shout out to the people who don't have nobody, you know. Not everybody is committed to being with someone. Some people are so engulfed in work that they don't have time to be with someone. And some people want a special someone, but they're not willing to sacrifice in order to gain that special someone in their life, or get away from their old ways to become special to somebody else. But regardless, shout out to everybody. Shout out to all of y'all. Without further ado, we gonna get this episode rolling. You know, while we speak on love, society will try to romanticize the art and science of affection, you know. make it seem like something like your affection to someone is something that requires that you spend a whole bunch of money in order to be accepted on a love basis. But I think a key thing that is always missing is the self-love part. See, self-love and self-improvement are two concepts that are often talked about in today's world. But I still feel like it gets looked over, you know? While they may seem like separate ideas, the truth is that they are interconnected. When we practice self-love, we are also taking steps towards self-improvement. It's important to remember that self-love is not about being selfish or narcissistic. It's about treating ourselves with the same love and compassion that we show others. We all have flaws and imperfections, and it's okay to acknowledge them, having accountability. In fact, it's important to recognize that we can work on improving ourselves. Self-improvement is a journey that requires patience and dedication. It's not something that we can achieve overnight, and it's important to celebrate every small victory along the way. One of the best ways to start improving ourselves is setting goals. These goals should be specific, measurable, and realistic. For example, if your goal is to start exercising more, a realistic goal might be to go for a 30-minute walk 3 times a week. Another important aspect of self-improvement is self-awareness. We need to be honest with ourselves about our strengths and weaknesses. By doing so, we can identify areas that we need to work on and make a plan to improve. This could mean reading self-help books, taking courses or workshops, or even seeing a therapist. When it comes to self-love, it's important to remember that we are all worthy of love and respect. It can be difficult to love ourselves, especially when we are constantly bombarded with messages about what we should look like or how we should act. However, it's important to remember that we are more than our physical appearance or our accomplishments. We are valuable simply because we exist. Practicing self-love can take many different forms. It could mean taking care of our physical health by eating nutritious foods and getting enough rest. It could also mean setting boundaries and saying no to things that don't serve us. It could mean spending time doing things we enjoy, like read a book or take a relaxing bath. It's important to remember that self-love and self-improvement are not one-time events. They are ongoing processes that require our attention and dedication. We need to be kind to ourselves and patient with ourselves, and remember that every step we take towards self-improvement is a step towards a happier, healthier life. So Charleston White was on the Fresh and Fit podcast. I don't really watch the Fresh and Fit podcast like that, but it's just, I think I seen like a clip of him talking about like the old school way of love and the old school woman and how they used to be. I don't usually get into this type of content because I don't really like talking about relationships, because my experience with relationships is not the same as somebody else's. But just for the sake of this being an Valentine's Day episode, I thought, hey, why don't I cover this? So we're just going to get right into the video. And of course, I will be stopping it from time to time. Like I said, the video is called Who Killed Romance? This is Fresh and Fit. So let's get into it. Featuring Charleston White.
Bro, that's Ladies, which gender is more of a fault for hookup culture and killing romance / courtship? Okay, this is easy. Who killed romance, men or women? Real quick.
Men.
You think men did? Okay. What about you?
Well, again, now knowing that all that I know 10 years into life, I would say, unfortunately, probably females.
Why do you think females killed romance?
Because I think feminism played a big role in the fact that men can't approach romance in the way that women want them to now.
Okay. Why can't they?
They feel that they can't, I guess, because they can be misinterpreted and everything past the Me Too movement. And I think...
Oh, shit.
She knows
Russia's spitting.
She's older.
Feminism, I think, just that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish that I knew all these things. Like, I wasted 10 years on feminism and woke culture and things that I really, I disagree with now.
If you could go back 10 years, right, when you were a feminist with purple hair and saying "fuck all men," no, I'm just kidding. But when you were like living in New York City and super liberal, etc.
Exactly. I was focused on my career. It wasn't so much the feminist aspect, but there was aspects of you can be independent. You don't need a man and all of that New York woke bullshit that really happens.
When did you realize that it was
happening now?
Too late. That's what I'm saying. Too late.
How long ago?
Like,
how long?
Honestly, like
1980s.
Snicker Chris.
Nah, she ain't that old, man.
We trolling.
Don't worry about him in the back. Go ahead.
Honestly, probably like a year ago.
A year ago.
That's the problem.
What made you like?
I ain't gonna lie. Usually most of the time when I watch Fresh and Fit, it's always like, and I ain't trying to, I ain't saying this to offend anybody, but for the most part, they be putting women on here that be like, that just don't know, they just be saying stuff. But this is like maybe one of the few instances where there's actually a woman who has a brain that's not, basically just like on autopilot saying whatever. She's like centered in making a point when they ask her a question.
Realize.
And it's interesting. Like, I started really listening to Andrew Tate's like long form content.
Yeah,
nice.
And understanding truly.
Okay, well, she's a red pillar.
It really changed everything for me.
Makes sense now.
Men and women and relationships and.
W top G.
Interesting. All right.
Haram!
No, I mean, all right. No, I mean that's a good point. So you think the biggest lie of feminism was a lie? I guess.
Yeah.
Fair
unfortunately.
Enough. What's the biggest lie that feminism sells women, in your opinion?
Oh God. That women don't need a man.
Okay. All right. What about you? Who do you think killed romance in relationships, men or women?
Women.
Why do you say that?
Because for the main reason why it's hard to keep a female friend around, and the fact that men can tell certain women the truth of having sex with multiple women. So it's almost like, okay, she's okay with being a homewrecker or, being involved in that situation, knowing that if she was in that situation, she probably wouldn't want another woman to play that role, like a side chick.
Okay, so you think women destroyed romance by engaging in this hookup / side chick culture?
Mm-hmm.
But it existed before, as Charleston said.
No, I understand that.
It's true.
Back then, even with those who were royalty, they always had women.
But see, it existed back then, but it wasn't put on Front Street like it has been put on Front Street now. Having side dudes and having side females, of course it was around back then, but it wasn't like preached heavily like it is now. Same thing with trashy prostitute culture. I mean, it wasn't trashy women and men that has always been around, but it's more advertised now in the music. It's more advertised online, and it's full. It's in the foreground now. It's not in the background like it was before in the past. Everything's in the foreground now. Everything that is negative is in the foreground, and everything that is supposed to be positive has been pushed to the back. It's staying near where nobody can even see it.
men sleeping with women. So in my opinion, it's both. I think it's both, but women are the ones that are giving it away. So, and if you know, sometimes men lie. Okay, you didn't know.
Okay.
Are you walking away or are you staying?
Okay.
And depending on how many times that happens, most likely they're probably gonna stay.
Okay. What about you? Who do you think killed romance? Men or women, and why? Both? If you had to pick one gender, 51-49, who would it be?
Yeah, it's literally 50-50, both.
Okay, tell me why men killed it and why women killed it.
I think
One
women killed it because we're our expectations sometimes are literally crazy out this world, and it's
so women are delusional.
Sis, be realistic. At this guy's age, at his career point, or what he's doing, all his aspects.
Okay.
Be realistic.
You mean like you?
No. No.
Okay, then women killed it by being delusional. How did men kill it then?
I think men killed it because a lot of men are not willing to even try anymore.
And how did it get that way though?
Okay, I want the girl. I want to fuck.
How did it get that way though?
Okay, cool. I'm out. It's
but how did it get that way though? How did it get that way though? How did it get to where men's expectations have become what they become? How did it get that way? The motion don't just go on one side. The thinking don't just go on the left side. It's on the right side too. It's a two-sided thing. How did man's thinking? How did man's way of approaching a woman or approaching love change in the modern times? How? It didn't just get like that out of thin air. How? She said 50-50, but how did it get that way?
To be damn, I actually like you. Let me take you out on a date.
Let me bring you the
flowers.
Why aren't they putting the effort anymore buying flowers?
Because they think each girl just wants the money. They want all this stuff and all if
every man is thinking that every woman just wants money and so on and so forth, the woman is always going to be thinking that a man just wants one thing, and that's to hit and keep it moving. Every action comes from a reaction. So our actions are coming from our reactions are coming from that side of the fence. It I agree. It is a 50-50 thing because not, but it's not every man that's like that. And of course I know it's not every woman that's like that. It's just a small percentage of men and women that are like that, And that's why a lot of people are still single. That's why a lot of people aren't in relationships, because the dating scene has a lot of contamination in it.
There's a lot of girls out here that only want you for the things that you offer. I completely get it, in the sense of financial stuff.
True.
But there's also a bunch of girls who actually like you for you, and you won't ever give them chances, or you are completely fucked up about.
But do you notice in your answer how women started everything, so men are merely responding?
Just about the thanks to TLC. I don't want no scrub. Passenger seat hanging out the window trying to holler at the girl because he really likes her.
Come on now.
Remember, the women started changing. Yeah. Men have always been lying, cheating, dirty dogs. They've been like that from the beginning of time to now. The women not necessarily have always been what they are today.
The women changed, not the men.
The women changed, right? So
he not lying. I ain't gonna lie. He ain't lying.
Love don't cost a thing. With Nick Cannon, and she was showing him how to get her by mistreating her. Man, times change. Guys that hold the door open for women, they don't get a lot of pussy.
Facts.
Guys that try to not have sex with girls or end up not having sex for the rest of their life if they try to wait. Today's women taught us how to ask for pussy. They showed us, how to approach you guys these days. When you listen to the lyrical content of some of our R&B songs and hip hop songs, they don't want no sweet guy. They don't want no guy that hold the door. They want to say, bitch, can I get some of that pussy?
That's a fact.
Once they start eating ass, how can you be
no, he ain't lying.
Eat ass?
He ain't lying.
Once women start getting their ass ate, where does romance come in at? this shit is
to sell records.
Well, this shit is that ain't selling records. They really do that in real life, don't they?
No, that's real.
That's to sell records. It's just like how Carisha, please, like Trina used to say, like she used to say things that she really wasn't about, but you know,
come on, be real. He's telling the truth. Women want a man that's an a-hole. That's it. They don't want a nice guy. They want an a-hole. They want the bad boy. 9 times out of 10, the bad boy gonna get the girl before the nice man who was raised right, got both of his parents, and went to church, and reads his Bible, and got a steady income, and do all of this and do that. They will overlook that guy and go be with the scam artist. It's the truth. He ain't lying at all. This man is spitting.
To sell records.
Well, remember, women are impressionable though.
It sells records for them, but it ended up becoming our dating habits for us.
Yeah.
Right. So we end up, taking on what they use to sell records to date girls with. So it's romance and dating is that's motherfucker want to fuck. Can you fuck is what they want to know.
Who have killed romance, men or women, in your opinion?
In my experience, men.
Okay. Why?
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you?
You probably didn't listen to them. So
They're stupid. They're stupid.
I'm out.
The thing
They
is,
are
I'm just
stupid.
Too listening, too accepting. It's like, but I just feel like I don't have as many experiences as everyone else. Being like going to college in a really small town, and I have experience from 18 to 21 in college. That's it.
So how did men kill it then?
I went to a school that the ratio to men to women is like 1 man to 7 girls. They don't care. They don't do anything nice. If they are an athlete or do something, they just expect.
Somebody heard
Did girls
her.
treat the men better at your school?
Somebody
Was
heard
that
her.
such a skewed ratio.
It's okay.
I would have no idea. I don't know.
I figure somebody heard her.
Way too damn nice.
So they have. Who hurt you?
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay. What about you? Who killed romance? Men or women, and why?
All right.
Women.
Why?
Because
Oh shit.
over
Feminist
the
says that?
time,
Hey, shout out to Karen.
I'm really not a feminist. I've
You
been
have a bunch
trying
of
to.
feminist ideals.
I've been trying. I really don't know who I am anymore.
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell you that I want a man to take care of me, but
Okay.
besides fact,
All right.
women really lost their value over the time and their worth really.
Okay.
And they just kind of trying to give it out for nothing. So when a guy is trying to get at a girl, right, and she's saying, "No, I want flowers. I want this." Nah, why would I do that? This girl is gonna open her legs for slice of pizza. A lot of girls have lost their respect to themselves.
Well, I would say it's actually different. It's more along the lines of men are punished for being chivalrous to women. If a guy gets a girl flowers nowadays, she'll laugh at him and say, "Oh, look at this simp," and not reward him.
No. That's true. That's true. He gonna get called a lame. He gonna get called everything under the sun if I go out and get flowers for a woman that I like. I'm gonna get called all types of names, and it's not gonna be looked at as a good gesture. Depending on who the woman is, it's not gonna get looked at as a good gesture. All of this, a good percentage of the women in this room is capping. It's the truth.
Karen Stein.
the guy that texts "Good morning, beautiful."
Exactly.
Response every time.
Nah.
It's the one that I'm talking to.
Exactly.
If you actually like the guy, if you don't like him at all, in that sense, it doesn't work.
Nice.
He get looked at like a lame.
The reason why men don't buy out flowers no more, don't act chivalrous or hold the door open is because women don't know how to behave when you treat them well. Women only behave when you treat them like shit nowadays, unfortunately.
And most of the time, where that reaction is coming from, when a woman don't like take what your good gesture like it is because they still dealing with some traumatic experience from whatever guy that they were messing with. That's more than likely why most of the time that happens to chivalrous men.
Birkin purse and you can fuck her and all her friends.
You know what I'm saying?
Just get her the Birkin purse. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you go.
Buy her and all her friends some drinks when you approach her at the bar. You can fuck one of them. take her and her friends out to eat.
Oh,
That's
shit.
how you got to do it now.
Girls just want to have fun.
They looking at him with the side eye right now.
The reason why men are not gentlemen anymore and chivalry is dead is because honestly, I think women killed it because being a nice guy is no longer rewarded with good treatment from
That's
women.
true.
Typically,
That's
when
true.
you're a nice guy, women treat you like shit.
That's true.
It's a bad woman.
What was that?
That's
Well,
true.
I guess it's hard for us to relate
That's a
to
bad
this.
woman?
Yeah,
That's
if we're the
true.
minority.
Okay, how about all those guys that you have friends on right now that treat you well?
Well, they're not buying anything. They're just being friends.
Which is being what? Nice, courteous. They're
Mhm.
exemplifying some chivalrous traits
Okay.
more than likely.
Well, they probably haven't
What does that
said
got in them?
anything
Blue
about what
balled
they
and
really want. There's a difference
would you
too.
fuck them if they came out with it? The
I
answer is
no. What
Okay.
I think about having a relationship.
Yeah.
This is why being chivalrous backfires a lot of times.
Exactly.
You don't understand because you're a woman. Listen, ladies, when a man talks to you, he wants to fuck 99% of the time. You're not that special. He doesn't care what you think. Doesn't care about your career. Doesn't care about your dog or whatever it is. When men talk to you 99% of the time, they want to have sex. They might dress it up with, I'm interested in your interests. No, they're not.
I love
You're
your
not that
career.
special. You're not that interesting. To be honest with y'all, I've talked to thousands of women. Most of y'all don't have hobbies. Most of y'all are boring as fuck. And most of you guys are dull as fuck.
Wow, I
Men
don't know about
tolerate
all
you
that,
for fucking
but
sex. Ta-da.
okay.
That's special.
Well, here's the difference. Men have to be interesting to attract women. You guys don't have to be. That's the difference. That's why women have the privilege of being able to be stupid and still find a man.
I
Men
don't know
have that
about that
privilege.
one either,
You have to be
man.
charming, attractive to some degree to get girls.
I don't
Even
know.
a guy that's a bum has game, which is a skill. What?
That's crazy.
I said I feel like men
Arch.
like the stupid women.
They talk
That's
less.
what he's trying
Yeah.
to get at.
They talk, they talk less.
He
But what
said
I'm
they
trying to say
talk
is that
less.
Attractive women, a stupid, attractive girl can still get a man. A man that's not competent is going to suffer.
That's facts.
Actually, she's more likely to get a man that's
They-
successful and powerful because she's just gonna shut the fuck up and do exactly what he wants
Yeah.
to.
True.
And the smart woman that's actually an individual on her own is not gonna tolerate that.
But is she really
individual.
smart though?
No, she's
Or
annoying.
she's just like
Oh, annoying.
Yeah, she's
okay.
annoying as fuck. Yeah.
Well, the thing about career women, and I'll tell you guys this because I date a bunch of y'all, they tend to lead with their career. They tend to lead with their success. They tend to lead with their accolades, which is a very masculine thing. Men don't care about your career and your income and your accolades. If I want to talk about that, I'll talk with a guy.
So what do you care?
Titties and
That's
ass.
the scary part. You're asking me what I care
see.
about. Like that's the scary part. You're a woman. You should know this. But this is what I mean when I say women are in a privileged position where they don't have to understand or know what men like. Men, on the other hand, have to know what women like to get them.
I mean, it's depending on how you look at it. I don't necessarily agree with everything that Myron is saying. I think there are evenly kneeled traits that both sides need to look at when they're trying to go after, when a man is trying to go after a woman, or a woman is trying to seek a relationship with a man. I mean, I feel like it's a lot of differences, and there's no one answer, and all these characteristics that are being delivered in this video don't necessarily reflect every single man, and don't necessarily reflect every single woman. Like I said, it's a little bit of a mixed bag, because some of these characteristic traits that are being like touted on one side is also on the other side as well. So I mean, but for the most part, a lot of the things that have been said about men are true. But like I said, I don't agree with everything that Myron's saying. A few of the things I do.
We have to understand you guys to attract you. You don't have to understand us to attract you, because we have to go up to you to talk to you.
But I think girls do want to understand. Like we do.
Not really. I just told you a second ago what men want, and she was like, "Fuck
And
no."
it's hard for us to accept, but
Whose
we
fault
would
is that?
like to understand.
So if it's hard for you to accept,
it's
why
not
am I?
in our nature. To
Yeah.
accept.
Okay,
so we
so
have to
if it's not your
accept
nature
someone
to
else's
accept, why am I
nature.
going to tell you the truth and decrease my chances of fucking you if I'm on a date with you? Gotcha, bitch. That's what-
No, I feel like.
Merch.
Hold on, stop. You started the sentence with "I feel like." I don't care what you feel like. I'm telling you the
Okay,
truth.
I'm
Look
going
at
to
Charles.
tell
My
you.
likelihood
Look
of
at
getting
Charles.
laid goes down by telling you the truth. Why am I going to do that to myself?
It's stupid.
Your likeliness might go down with certain girls, or it might just keep you where you are. Because
I asked
certain
you a
people
second
just
ago.
want
Can
you
women
to
handle
be
the?
honest.
Hold on. I asked you about
You
30
never
minutes ago.
asked me.
No, I do. I wrote it down.
You went.
No. I
you
asked you
never
30.
asked me.
I asked you 30 minutes ago. Can women handle the truth in general? And you said no.
No, you never asked me. You stopped at her.
No, I asked you.
Yeah, actually.
I definitely asked you.
What did I say?
You said no.
I
Which
said
is
no.
why I'm having you contradict yourself
No,
now.
because I know for sure you stopped.
How do I
at
know
her
what you
'cause
said? You don't even know
No,
what you
because
said.
I was waiting for that.
Incredible.
I was
Incredible.
waiting for the
Incredible.
question.
She wasn't listening, Mari. She wasn't. She tuned your ass out. She's like, fuck this nigga.
Yeah, like, yo, you said it yourself. Most women can handle the truth. I'm telling you, guys on a date with you, he can't tell you the truth. And you even said it yourself, women can't handle the truth. Why is he going to tell you the truth and decrease his chances of fucking?
Like I said, it could be certain girls and certain girls won't.
Okay.
Like if a guy honestly.
Why am I going to take that gamble though? Why am I going to take that gamble?
Hey, it's
Honesty is the best
50-50.
policy,
But
right?
if you look,
It's easy for you to say 50-50 when I'm spending $200 for this steak. No. I want to increase my likelihood of success. Y'all don't pay for the dates. You can say that dumb shit. No, I'm the one taking all the risk. Why am I going to take a chance 50-50, tell this girl the truth that she might walk out and not let me fuck after I spend time to set up this date, whatever.
That's true. No, that ain't no lie.
Because y'all don't pay for dates.
That's no lie. That's no lie. But see, it all comes back down to like if a woman pays for a date, are you gonna be intimidated by it? Like, is a man gonna be intimidated by a woman paying for a date? That's a new question to be posed. Like, there's an intimidation factor. A woman who can pay for a date is probably gonna be scary to some men. So I mean.
You guys can
Okay, did that guy fuck? Did that guy fuck? Yeah, that paid for that you paid the date for. Did he fuck?
Well, in order for me to pay for the date, we were already on a different level. Like we went on.
So, but he had to pay in the beginning.
Yes.
Exactly. Oh, okay. That's my point. So you're on a first date. Why is the guy going to tell you the truth if you can't accept it?
True. We do lie to each other in the first dates.
On the first.
Yeah, on the first date.
Anyways, man, that's the end of the video. Just thought I'd like change it up and do something different. Do y'all agree with anything that's being said here? What do y'all think? Just let me know in the comments. Yeah, we're just gonna keep this podcast rolling, man. A photographer captures lightning striking Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This is only more confirmation that, first of all, no matter what anybody says, God is real. Number two, God is coming back. And number three, we got to start repenting, man. For real, we really got to start repenting because it's a bunch of things that just have been like happening and nobody can actually explain why it's been happening. Like that story, like there was another story, I believe it was last year, where there's like a herd of sheep that had been going in a circle for like a week or something, and no matter what anybody was doing, the sheep just kept going in a circle. Like they just kept on going in a circle and not doing anything else. So I believe it was Will Smith who made a post about this and said, I gotta find the post, I believe, if I can find it. Go to Will Smith's page really fast. He said something along the lines of, okay, God, I'm gonna be serious. Yeah, that's what he said. He said, "Whoa, lightning strike, oh Christo, Christ the Redeemer statue. Okay, I get it. I'm gonna straighten up." So I mean, whether it was a joke or whatever, still, everybody, it says, verbatim, it says somewhere in the Bible, every knee shall bow. That means every knee shall bow. Every celebrity, every political figure will have to bow down to Christ when he shows back up. So, I mean, it's just something to think about, I'm glad I have my relationship with God, and it gets deeper every single time I pray, every single time I read the Bible. I'm never running away from any of my problems or anything like that. I'm not embarrassed like I once was, or insecure like I once was, when I would talk about God, or be scared to say, oh, I believe in God or anything like that, because, the world doesn't accept that, God is real, and God can, whether you want to come to God willingly or not, he'll do things in your life that will make you have to identify him, you know? And, you know, I've been through a lot of things, and I've always had an on again, off again relationship with God. So, it's just time for everybody to, you know, put God first, man. The next topic, which would be censorship in this regard. So today, Aiden Ross announces that he is leaving Twitch. He posted this on his YouTube 6 hours ago. In a minute, I'm going to get up here and I'm going to play the video, and we're going to see what exactly is going on with Aiden Ross and why he's leaving the Twitch platform. From what I'm probably guessing, it's probably because he got banned. Like some of your favorite streamers have been banned. Like Kai Cenat has been banned for a lot of things. Bruce Drop Him Off has been banned for a lot of things. Your Rage has been banned for a lot of popular streamers have been banned for a lot of things, but Twitch has also been called out for not banning people who do way more inappropriate things on their platform, which leads me to believe that there is like this type of alliance culture over there, that if it's something that they like enough, you know, they can look past it, versus, and this is just me, I feel like for the most part, I have a Twitch, but I have never used my Twitch, even though you see like the up there where my social media is. I actually have my Twitch up here. I have never actually used Twitch for any reason. And now that I keep seeing like reports of Twitch banning people just for whatever reason, I might not even ever get on Twitch for that reason. I might just like stick to doing live streams once I start doing that, and start doing it on YouTube. And even then, people say that like streaming on YouTube has its own little amount of problems. But I mean, what else is there? I mean, what other option is there for people who want to stream and who want to do things, you know, like I'm about to start doing it to where I'm streaming off of StreamYard and doing, you know, because I've never really done live streams, but you know, I'm gonna start doing that in a minute to where like I don't have to like do a lot of editing. So but yeah, we're just gonna get into this video real quick. Let's just see what's going on with Aiden Ross and what's going on with Twitch. Let's get it going.
Week from GT. I already talked about this in my Aiden live video. I got banned for a week, and I'm not the only streamer they're coming after. It's not all the top streamers, but it's people in my community. I'm not gonna speak out. They've been warned by Twitch as well, but they're not gonna speak out. They don't have to speak out. They don't want to. I'm not the only Twitch streamer who's warned. I'm not. There's other Twitch streamers warned, and you guys can say names all you want. I'm not gonna say them. I'm not going to. But what I will say is it's a serious problem, because imagine it being this, right? This is a platform which made me me. I built a strong community from this, but it's inevitable to make a mistake on my stream. It's inevitable for me to break terms of service, but it's not about if you're breaking TOS, you should punish this person without letting them know what the is wrong, like, and give them a crazy suspension. You know, why don't you maybe get on a call with them and say, hey, bro, you violated terms of service. You know, how do we fix it so next time it doesn't have to go that way? I'm gonna give you a warning. But I'm not gonna ban you. Don't worry. But
you know, before I continue here, I believe this is this is the same problem that somebody like Jadeon had when he was with Twitch, and they like banned him for, I can't even remember what they actually banned him for, but he had his ongoing problems with Twitch, and he even more so called them out even more on it. And, you know, I think till this day, he's still banned off of Twitch as a whole. And then he even went as far as going to like a Twitch convention and just completely finding a way in there and just trolling as much as he could. But I this is just my opinion. I'm gonna keep on going with the video, but I feel like the reason why Aiden Ross is banned by Twitch is because of his connection to Andrew Tate. And, you know, they've banned Andrew Tate off of practically every platform. I think he's back on Twitter and back on Instagram because of, I think they like allowed him back on those two platforms. But for the most part, he's like banned off of almost every platform. You know, when they like did like this ultra ban through all these social media places, you know, they wanted to do whatever they could to, you know, silence him. And anybody who supported Andrew Tate that's just as famous or as big as him is probably falling under the horn as well, while he's still, I believe he's still in jail awaiting, or I believe he got bonded, but he's still awaiting trial or something like that. But I think that's the reason why Twitch banned Aiden, is because of his friendship to Andrew Tate. But let's keep on going.
We just got to fix it, because if it keeps happening, then we got to take action. Why is that not the process? Why do we got to go through this email process, this crazy suspension process? Nobody even knows what these dudes look like behind the keyboards where they, you know, with the appeals and shit. It makes no sense. I'm not putting anyone on blast, but most partners on this platform, they have a partner rep, and their partner rep knows nothing when you're banned. They know nothing. They know just as much as you. How does that make sense? I'm not calling my rep. My rep is amazing. He's a great guy. I've chopped up him. He's great. But how is that even possible? They won't even give you a clip. Yo, can I see a clip why I got banned? Can I see what happened? Can I reflect? Can I see what went wrong? Can I see what I did? You know what I'm trying to say? They hit Bruce, they hit Kai, they hit me with these stupid fucking bans. It doesn't make sense. So after I got a week suspension, I did 3 streams. I don't know if you guys remember those streams. I got on a call later that week, and I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not putting that person out there. But they told me, they said, yo, like, you know, you gotta stop saying crazy shit, controversial. Like, it's just funny to me though. Back when I was reading these comments, back when I used to push and like force these certain jokes, y'all were cool with it. But now I'm like kind of pushing this other shit, and motherfuckers want to find a way to take it down. And it's facts, bro. It's facts. Like I'm really trying to, you know, become a better version of myself and show everyone that like it's possible to fucking be the best version of yourselves. I love all of you. I want everyone to be a fucking a boss in this world and get rich as fuck and accomplish everything and conquer everything. And I've been really, really just trying to put that shit in, you know, into everyone's brains. And motherfuckers are still trying to find ways to bring me down. And that's cool, you know, because,
you know, whenever somebody is trying to like improve themselves and just do better and wants to see their supporters do better, there's always going to be attacks from the enemy, attacks from evil. You know, you just got to keep on going, unfortunately. Like I said, I feel like Twitch has been like very unfair to a lot of black creators. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of black creators don't get a fair shake in general on a lot of these platforms, but I feel like mostly on like you know, places like Twitch, they have not been given a fair shake. Kai Cenat, who's probably their biggest draw, has still yet to be like for real acknowledged by Twitch for real. He's been banned multiple times. And yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of like division at Twitch, and it's very unfortunate that people don't get treated fairly and equally over at a platform like Twitch. You know, hopefully somebody comes and like just buys Twitch and changes the rules, or something else gets created, because creators need to feel like they're able to go to a platform where they feel free. And, you know, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be restrictions and regulations or rules for websites. Of course there should be. Of course there should be, you know, some things in place if people like, you know, get a little too rowdy on the internet. But at the same time, you know, create, you know, this is a living for, this is how people make money. This is people's, you know, livelihood we're talking about here. And when you just continue to mess with people's money, mess with people's, you know, ideas and creativity, it's like, what did you even make it for if you're not going to allow somebody to do what they were put on this earth to do? Like, everybody has a purpose in this life, and a lot of people's purpose is to stream. A lot of people's purpose is to podcast. A lot of people's purpose is to make content online. And each and every time, the opposition just does its best to like step on the necks of those people, step on those people's backs, so they don't get the chance to thrive in this world and make a living that they're supposed to be making off of this. It's truly disgusting.
When you speak the truth, that's when you're, you know, when you speak real shit, that's when like you're a target. It's true. But that's, I'm not gonna get to that corny fucking side of things. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Point is this: I'm at risk here. All the top streamers are at risk on this platform. It's the truth, bro. It's the truth. Could you imagine some crazy shit if myself, XQC, Kai, Speed, Bruce, Your Age, you build the whole Avengers on a platform which we own. We own. Right? Could you imagine that shit?
I got enough money to do it.
Speed doesn't even have a max contract with YouTube. Speed is the biggest YouTube streamer of all time. Why does he not have a max contract? It makes no sense. Why does he have to worry about strikes and bans and all these things? Mm-hmm. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Why is Speed and Gideon still banned on Twitch? Hello?
Oh, they're still banned. Wow.
They're grown. When someone fucks up and they learn from it, that's when you unban them. You don't make them suffer. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you have them suffer? Bro, it just doesn't make any sense, bro. It doesn't make any sense. Did you see the shit Bruce got banned for?
What did he get banned for?
I am white. I'm not offended with what you said, Bruce.
What did he get banned for?
I gave you the pass. No. But look, real shit though. Like,
he said something about another creator?
It just doesn't. Someone has to put this shit in my brain. I really want to know what's going on, because it's really flipped. Because Twitch is fucking amazing. They made me. They made hella people's careers, and I'm all for it. But what doesn't make sense to me is where's the support on both ends? You know, Twitch has never followed me. They've never DM'd me. They've never reached out to me. They've never, when I was pulling those crazy numbers back in 2020, 2021, you guys remember what I'm talking about. They didn't say like, yo, let's keep this shit up. Like, let's plan how to like keep it going, keep it moving. Like, let's do this shit, Aiden. Like, we fuck with you. You know, when I was doing the unthinkable, when I was crossing over and all these things and setting some shit in the sand, and they didn't fuck with me. They never supported me. So I'd be stupid to not be in talks with other platforms. Stupid. Where they could offer me longevity, tens of millions of dollars, and they could offer me fucking equity, ownership in a platform. I'd be a fucking moron. I'd be a schmuck. And all you top creators pulling in, All you guys, don't go down this road with this. It's like, I'm telling you, bro, it's like a fucking trap. It's a trap, bro. It's a trap because they will make you feel like we love you and we support you. They will tweet at you. They will put you on the homepage. Why are they not offering you a multi-million-dollar deal? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Because they want your tree to grow, but only so far. They want you to get to the top, but they don't want you to get all the way to the top. They want to allow you to be in that big skyscraper building, but not get to the top of that skyscraper and be in that boardroom with them. That's why. And you know, while he's talking about like considering other offers and other deals in that sense, I'm just kind of like, hey bro, why don't you XQC, Kai, hell, all of AMP, Bruce, Your Rage, all of the top streamers just come together and make a platform. Just come together, create an idea, hire some programmers, and make your own streaming platform. I don't see why it's not possible. You know, I mean, I know people, I know all streamers don't mess with each other, but all the streamers that have been banned, all the streamers that are like permanently banned and, you know, are feeling the effects of the permanent ban should come together and do something, because like, if it's that bad on Twitch, I can only imagine how bad it's going to get over here on YouTube. You know? I don't know. Maybe Instagram does something to where they create an interface for streamers. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe TikTok creates a platform in which they create a streaming platform for streamers. Who knows? Yeah, it's very unfortunate. It's very unfair for creators to be going through this, unfortunately.
What's more important to you guys? A Twitter shout out and a follow, or a fucking multi-million-dollar deal?
Multi-million-dollar deal.
You
of
want
course.
the multi-million-dollar deal? Come on. Listen, my point is this, bro. My point is this. By the time everyone in this chat is 40 years old, I don't know what you guys are gonna be on in your lives. Maybe you'll still watch me, probably not. You're gonna have kids, you're gonna have your own life, you're gonna have jobs, whatever. But the point is, for us creators, it's so fucking new, this streaming shit, we kind of have to build. And I think being a boss, when you already have a platform, could you imagine, I just said it, 8 of the top streamers going to a platform and they all have equity. They're owning their own platform. Yeah. It's game changing. It's life changing. It's game changing and all that shit.
Very true.
You're setting, it's like making history, bro, in a way. It is. Let me ask you guys a question. Be 100% honest. Would you guys open up your Twitch app if the following streamers did not stream? And be honest, yes or no? Aiden Ross, Kai Sanat, XQC, Bruce Moth, Your Age Gaming. And don't lie to me right now. Do not lie. Would you open up your Twitch app if those 5 people did not? Yes or no? Be honest.
I say no.
Exactly.
I say no.
It's not the platform
like,
anymore.
Yeah.
It's not.
I say no.
People. And the people, my community in particular, get so disrespected. You banned the 2 biggest black creators on Black History Month.
Yeah,
how does that make any sense?
That makes no sense at all. That makes no sense.
Guys, no, I'm not talking about me. Look, I knew you guys were gonna say Aiden. What? Look, no, Bruce and Kai. Okay.
Kai's banned?
You guys have to understand, bro. You know, I'm all for people having their own opinion and things, but I just don't see it making any sense to not hear out my options and see what the fuck I'm gonna do, because, you know, I can't even play games with Speed on streaming. I can't even play games with Jitty on stream. I can't even do a stream with Soulja Boy. I want to do a stream with Trump one day. I can't even do a stream with Donald Trump.
Soulja Boy is banned on Twitch too? Dang.
They're banned.
All of them are banned?
Motherfuckers and warning motherfuckers because if you watch a certain or a more amount of people. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm watching a lot of Speed, I can get banned.
You can get banned for watching Speed?
Come on, bro.
That's crazy. That is sick.
Come on.
That's sick.
That's just, I just don't understand it, bro. I don't. It's like they're setting a lot of warnings. I got warned. I know other top creators who got warned, and you know who you are. You're a fucking boss, bro. Don't ever let anyone tell you you're not. And you built what you did by yourself. And that's facts. And you guys got to tell creators and show them how fucking worthy they are, because they are worth everything, bro. Creators are fucking, you know, that's really what it is, bro. I just asked you guys if you guys would watch, if you guys would even open Twitch. If you would open Twitch, if those 5 people did not stream. The chat said no. I mean, you know, I just want to see what the fuck's gonna happen with everyone. I love everybody, and again, I just want to spread positivity and show love. And you know, I realize on this internet shit, you know, you never win. You never fucking win. Hey guys, Mr. Beast was getting canceled, bro. Like on Twitter for curing blindness. How the fuck are you gonna even give that man shit? How? It doesn't make sense.
Can't win with the internet.
Real, bro.
Can't win with the internet.
These tweets, I want to see you in real life. And that's not a threat. I just want to talk to you. There's no way you go outside and live in my life. There's no way you live in the world I live in. There's just no.
Yeah, it's I guess it's time. I guess it's time you just get on. What is that platform called? Rumble. Get on Rumble, bro. I think I seen another video where he was trying to. He was talking about getting on Kick. I didn't even know Kick. You could stream on Kick. Like, isn't Kick like the little messenger thing? I didn't know there was even a way to do that on that platform. What I think what we need to realize and understand is that if it's possible to do all that on Kick, as they say, or as he says, should probably kind of gatekeep it a little bit, because like what if Kick gets all these new members because of, you know, what's going on right now with Aiden, and then they all of a sudden change their rules. You know, everything is always, you should always remember that everything is subject to change. If something was free before, or if something wasn't implemented to where, you know, there was a rule in place, things always change, you know? So, I mean, I think that's one thing to keep in mind when we start talking about new other platforms where you can be able to, you know, stream a movie and have people in your stream, you know, watching you reacting to a movie live, or watching a basketball game or watching a football game. I would love those type of things. I would love to go to a platform where I could react to a movie and not be flagged for reacting to a movie, let alone a movie trailer. Like, you know how many times I've wanted to review something, but I never did it because I knew I had to go. I was gonna have to worry about YouTube going and copywriting my video because, oh, this belongs to such and such, or I got to go through the necessary steps to make sure the claimant looks at it and make sure that, you know, I added my own style to the video and it's not just me watching a whole entire clip or whatever, which is very frustrating a lot of times. I'm telling you, like having to do extra just to get a copyright to persuade the owner of a clip to allow me to use a clip, or persuading like a record company to allow me to use some music in my stream, or, you know, if I'm reacting to a music video. It's just like, it's so much BS, you know?
Fucking way. How? I don't get it, man. I just don't fucking get it. And I want to understand. I want to understand. So guys, I'm not permanently full-time going there. I want to feel it out, and I want to make sure my community fucks with it too. So I'll still stream on Twitch if that's what you guys want. But what I will say is this. I'm going to Kick this week. I'm going to be doing Omegle, watching live sports, watching movies, prank phone calls, doing unlimited. We can literally watch porn together. I can jerk off with you. No, I'm still celibate. But if I wanted to, we can do whatever the fuck we want. There's no terms of service over there. You guys can say whatever you want on my chat. Nobody can get fucking banned.
Not yet.
If you love people and no, fuck that. If you believe some shit and you want to type that shit, say whatever the fuck you want. Everything is allowed. I literally might have 2 people in this room this week fucking on stream just to show motherfuckers, look what I can do. Nah, I'm not doing that. It's fucking haram. But listen,
I feel what he's talking about, though.
I'm still celibate. A lot of people are not gonna believe me.
I feel where he's getting at, though.
I don't have to worry about going on Omegle, and if I see a big black veiny dick, I'm gonna react like, damn, what happened? No, I'm kidding. No, stop.
Tripping. You saying, bro. Pause.
I don't gotta worry about getting banned. I just don't. I could do me. I'm me. I could be Aiden. I could be what got me here today. I could be where I was when I was averaging 50 fucking viewers doing on this app called Monkey. Basically, it's like Omegle. I could do whatever the fuck I want. I'm me. I'm me. So I'm doing me. And they're giving me tens of M's if I go full time. If you guys, if I go full time.
Oh, okay, I see.
I'll be
Kick
older.
is offering him something.
And y'all gotta understand.
Kick is offering him a bag. Okay.
Speed, Kai.
That's what's up.
Bruce, Rage.
That's what's up.
5 creators I named. It'd be crazy if all the Avengers just assembled. I don't know. And then all my brothers and I could take a trip to fucking Bora Bora and just chill on a boat, all 5 of us, and really laugh and take a crazy picture and caption it, fuck you, Twitch. Nah, but chill out. I love you, Twitch. I love you. Nah, but you know what I'm trying to say, chat. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. Shnaggy. Yeah. I'm not live on Kick yet, but. You aren't? I'm not live yet. Then I'm not gonna come on camera yet. I can't say, you know what I want to say. You can say whatever you want. You fucking whoa. Not yet. There's no such thing as TOS over there.
As I stated, there's no such thing as TOS yet. There's no such thing as TOS yet. But I get what he's getting at, though, man. Hopefully he can start going on Kick and say, doing the content he wants to truthfully do. And, hopefully what he's saying about other creators joining him, I don't think that'll happen because, every creator has their own reason or method to their madness to why they're still over at Twitch, even though, all of these things are happening, even though all these things are happening on YouTube, what have you. Making that jump, of course, I don't think any of them will do that just that quickly. Some of them don't want to mess up their money. And, like for somebody like Kai, Twitch is like his bread and butter. So, I mean, regardless of whether they, block him from from streaming for a little second, of course, Twitch is going to allow him back on there. That's like one of their biggest creators. So even still, it's still terrible the way they treat that man. He should be treated better because he brings a lot of traction. And I feel like at the same time, I feel like Kai would do amazingly if he decided tomorrow, hey, F Twitch, I'm going and doing something else, I think the same for a lot of creators. I think if, like, let's just say, for instance, somebody like Young Dawn got banned by Twitch for, saying something that, making his claims and his beliefs. Of course, he's a follower of Christ and he does a lot of content on that. And what if they just one day just say, okay, you know what? You can't talk about God anymore. You can't talk about Jesus anymore, and just ban him. I feel like Young Dawn is another person who can thrive on his own. He don't need He doesn't need a platform to define who he is, you know? Same thing with like somebody like Ruslan, who's like, you know, he has a following on YouTube. Like if YouTube said tomorrow, hey, you can't talk about God, you can't talk about Jesus, I feel like he can go somewhere else and still be him, you know? But, you know, hey, we'll just see what happens with Kick, and if it's popping over there, I might go over there, you know, or I'll go to Rumble, one of the two, you know, and those will be the places I do my streams at. So enough time has passed for me to talk about the XXX trial that has happened or happening right now. XXX Tentacion passed away probably, was that 2018, probably like 6 years ago or something like that. And it was very tragic, very much feel like he's gone too soon. So now the trials are taking place, and you know, first things first, they're trying to, you know, the defense attorneys in this case are trying to throw Drake into the pot because of lyrics, and, you know, the internet becomes conspiracy theorists and things of that nature. So let's look at this first clip.
Before X died, he said, if anybody kills me, it's Drake. And do you think that for one moment, here today, days after the event, he's killed by 2 masked men, right? He came on social media and said, guys, before he dies, if anybody kills me, it's Drake. Do you think in that time span that they went and they addressed him, they talked to him? No. Do you think sitting here today, years later, any detective has ever asked, you know, Drake or anybody like that? No, they never did that. So you ask yourself, how could that be? If any of us is involved in, you know, God forbid, in a murder, and you say, hey, it's so-and-so, you better believe so-and-so is going to get investigated. But in this case, they didn't do it. They didn't do it because it didn't comport with their version and their narrative. And as law enforcement, I think that they have the obligation to do so. Another issue. Before the evidence will show that in the same breath.
You know, I think I've always thought that theory of Drake having something to do with XXX is very outlandish, very sophomoric, and very ridiculous. It's literally taking away from the fact that there are random strangers who, you know, literally went up to a rapper and wanted whatever items that he had. Like, that's not, that has nothing to do with Drake. I mean, that's just any person who is jealous of somebody's hard work, who wants that for themselves. That has nothing to do with Drake. And then here's the footage of him when he was at the bank before he went to, I believe it was a bike shop. This is very sad, man. Bro, this is so sad. Look at him. He looks so happy. He looks so happy. Man. He looks so happy. Smiling and every man. Man. That's no, that man, he shouldn't be gone, man. He should not be gone. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. just to see him moments before any of that would happen. It's just crazy, bro. Oh man. So continuing on,
In the same breath, before X died, he said, if anybody kills me,
okay, I already looked at that one. Continuing on. So now this is the one of the people involved in this case basically coming out and saying that like so basically he's one of the people that was involved in the demise of Triple X, right? So he has cooperated. Excuse me. This is Trayvon Newsom. Wait, no, this is what is his name? I don't know his name, but he cooperated. It's crazy. He cooperated, and one of the other people in this case. Well, let's just watch the video.
Point him out and identify him in the courtroom as to who you're referring to that made some comments to you.
Wow.
Okay, there's two people wearing a blue suit. What race is he? Black. And is he seated on the end, middle? Okay. And who's that you're pointing out to? Trayvon Newsom. Your Honor, please let the court identify any court identification of Trayvon Newsom in this case for this matter. Okay. So Trayvon Newsom made a comment to you after you started testifying. What was the comment that Trayvon Newsom made to you after you started testifying in this case?
He called me the police and asked me to, and said I work for the white man.
Point him out.
This is a classic case, kids out there. Don't go do the crime if you're not willing to do the time, man. It's a classic case. It's a classic case of that, man. A lot of people say that, it's not cool to do this and that and the third, but like, man, hey, it's a lot of situations where don't nobody want to go to jail for somebody else.
What did you take that to mean when he's saying that to you?
Don't snitch.
And when you say that you took it as you're a snitch, how did you understand that to mean in terms of any impact that it would have on you as you're testifying still in this case?
Maybe it's a threat.
Did you take it that way?
A little bit.
From either Drake or one of Drake's associates.
I never met Drake before.
You never met Drake?
No.
Do you know who he is, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. But actually, in 2018, when this crime occurred, you didn't know who X was?
No.
Okay, so in 2018, you're from Broward County, correct?
Yes.
You listen to rap music, correct?
Yes.
And you're telling this jury that you didn't know who literally probably the most famous rapper to ever come out of Broward County was in 2018, in June of 2018. That's your testimony?
Yes.
You had no idea who he was?
Objection asked.
I think that's cap. I think that's
Your
cap.
testimony to this court and to this jury is that you were never on the set of the God's Plan video filmed in Miami in 2018. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. How much money in 2018 did you receive from either Drake or one of Drake's associates?
I never met Drake before.
You never met Drake?
No.
Do you know who he is, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. But actually, in 2018, when this crime occurred, you didn't know who X was?
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like in that regard, him saying he doesn't know who X was, that's cap. That's cap. In 2018, XXX Tentacion, you don't know who he is. Literally one of the biggest rappers at that time coming out of Florida. Like, you don't know who he is. I think that's cap. I don't know why he said that, but I just think that's cap. But the lawyer basically just got him to debunk something that has been traveling on the internet about this narrative about Drake having something to do with XXX being his demise happening has something to do with Drake. I don't know why people have been running with that. That doesn't even, if I'm gonna use another example, if Pop Smoke, rest in peace, great artist, was randomly had a house he was at randomly just, you know, robbed because of something he put on social media by some random people that have never met him before. I'm sure they probably know his music but don't know him personally. What does that tell you? It's a crab in a bucket mentality. It doesn't, like, the streets don't care who you are. They don't care if you're famous, bro. It doesn't matter if they're famous, bro. Like I said, I'm sure the people who went to Pop Smoke's place where he was at, whatever Airbnb he was at, I'm sure they knew his music, but do you think that they cared? No, they wanted what he had. So, well, now the latest thing that has been going on is that they want Drake to appear in court February 24th. And as of right now, Drake's team has filed a motion to squash the deposition subpoena in XXX trial. And there's a paperwork right there. I believe the only reason why his name is even brought up is because of one of the people involved in this case saying his name. And that's the reason why it's been like a narrative for like the longest. And of course, you know, some of Drake's questionable lyrics that, you know, people have been trying to become detectives and use as evidence and saying, oh yeah, Drake has something to do with it because of these lyrics. So it also says Drake's attorney expected to appear today during trial for a 3-man charge with the demise of XXX Tentacion. Over the weekend, Drake's legal team filed a motion, of course, to squash him having to appear for a deposition. Yeah, so I believe, like, as of right now, that's the latest thing that's happened. So regardless, I mean, all the people involved in this case are all going to be doing digits. They're all going to be doing digits, and I think that's, for the most part, the most important part of this. But even looking into further why dude decided to, you know, basically snitch on the other people.
Besides Dietrich Williams first initiating the conversation about robbing XXX, was there anybody, and I mean anybody, whether it's somebody that, you know, we know personally or not, was there anybody else that brought up or was responsible for you robbing XXX besides Dietrich Williams?
No.
Was there anybody, for example, that hired you to do this?
No.
Was there anybody that initiated it for any reason that you haven't told us today?
No. As she's grabbing the bag, Shots are fired.
Who shoots the shots that are fired?
Michael Boatwright.
And who
Man.
did he shoot?
He telling everything, man.
Besides,
He telling everything. Man, he is telling everything. And of course, right here, I believe there's a picture I got up top here of hold on. And then also here are the pictures of basically it was pictures that they took after, you know, doing what they did, which is so crazy, bro. Sitting up here with all this money. It's crazy, man. Real crazy. There's one more video I wanted to look at before I get up out of here. All right, there's two more videos about this case that have been released on the internet.
is there a plan on how the $50,000 is going to be allocated between the four of you? Do you get any of that portion of the $50,000? How much did you get? How much did Dietrich Williams get? How much did Trayvon Newsom get? How much did Michael Boatwright get? Why did you only get $5,000 when? Who made that decision? Tell us about that. What was that conversation where Dietrich Williams said that you were only going to get $5,000 out of that $50,000?
He actually said I wasn't going to get nothing.
Speak up nice and loud. I can't hear you.
He actually said I wasn't going to get any money.
Uh-oh.
Did he?
Yes.
And what did you say in response to that?
Nothing.
Is there a
Dang. So he wasn't going to get no money for participating in a robbery. That's number one. Number two, it seems as though on the subject of like how much they were getting and him getting the lowest, it seems like they didn't care for him even being there. And it's like, it's very apparent because, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, going to jail, like getting life in prison for $5,000. Yeah, it's a crazy world we live in, man. A great artist is gone because of greed, evil intent. It's disgusting, man. He should still be here today.
on how the $50,000?
He should still be here today, man. It's crazy. And then here's the surveillance of him, of XXX. Final moments, bro. It's disgusting. Like this is seriously gut wrenching to watch. I'm gonna be honest with you. And then, like, who is this person with him? Who is this person? He has somebody with him. That's crazy. He has somebody with him? Man. Wow. Wow. And that's where it happens, Lord. Huh. Man. It's really a tragedy, bro. Rest in peace to that man. It's very unfortunate that he doesn't get to see the fruits of his labor and how his music has impacted a lot of people in his generation. But you know, alas, we have his music here to remember him, you know. I wasn't a full-fledged listener of all his music, but I mean, I did like his very first project, the one with a lot of it had a lot of emotional cuts on it and everything like that. And he was really one of the younger generations making a bevy of sad music that I really still to this day regard as some of the best listening experiences. So hopefully, I mean, like I said, the outcome, the facts are there, the evidence is there, and at the end of the day and at the end of the case, all the parties involved are going to have their, it's just like they say, every person has their day, and when you do wrong, you're going to be, you're going to have to face the consequences when you do something as serious and something serious like this and wrong by taking another life,